Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Replace fear with love. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. When you're impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer a fertile ground for the words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for the words that come with love. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 1843, NASDAQ off 540, S&P's off 202. That's a downdraft inside the NASDAQ of 6.3%, inside the S&P's 7.2, as well as the Dow Industrials 7.2. Gold contract up $9.10, trading at $16.81 an ounce. You get silver down 24 cents, $17.01 an ounce. Light sweet crude, big number here, as that we have in the rest of the market, down $9.68, $31.62 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note down 1 full point plus 6 ticks, 139.08. The 30-year off 5 points plus 22 at 186.21. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down over 1,000 ticks, 94.924. The euro is at 114. The yen is at 102.19. And the British pound is at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. The good news, folks, is that this is not an ABC structure on the way down. What you got out here, you're down 20 points in the S&P. You're blowing away the low that was established out here last week. That low is 285.54, much lighter volume. For an ABC down, folks, or up, you have to take out the B point with volume. We're only at 220 million versus 385. Now, inside the S&P, this is what you want to keep your eye on. And we'll see whether we can get this coming into the closeout here. We're at 276.79. The number that you want to keep your eye on is 280.40. And what that number is, folks, is this. That is the high of the low that was established in 2018. December 2018. That's the last time we had come down hard. If that can hold that number out there, bottom line is that you'll get a small bounce. Now, that being said, what we have done, we've definitely broken this uptrend in a monster way, okay? Because the longer aspect would be that, yeah, you get a bounce, but what is game now is, 233, which is the low of December of 2018. The reason that would be is that you came back inside the range. As soon as you got back inside 293, which we did out here today on a gap, bottom line, that's back inside the range. That means you can go to the bottom of that range, which is 233. NDX 100. Now, if you are basically stepping your foot in this market, I'd suggest that you step your foot inside an NDX equity or a NASDAQ composite equity. The reason being is that both of those indices, number one, are still the strongest indices. Number two, they came back the least amount, meaning that they did a 0.382, where the first leg down, we're more than that now, but the first leg down, meaning going back last week, that was a 0.382. The S&P was a 0.50, and the Dow Industrials was a 0.618. So that is the levers that NDX strongest out of 3 weak ones. S&P second, Dow Industrials third. We take a look at the NDX. What you're going to see with the NDX, that's even stronger than the composite, because inside the NDX, the high of the low is 71.06. Well, even with this downdraft, we haven't got back inside the lower range, which is pretty impressive. The lower range inside the NDX would have to get back inside 7,700. And right now, we hit 79.12 out here today. We're at 8,024. Dow Industrials, that's the weak link in an extraordinary way, too. There's no two ways about this. What the Dow Industrials have done, you're down 1,909 points. Dow Industrials is going after the low of the December 2018 area. 21,712. We hit 23,706. The top of that level is 25,980. So Dow is struggling in a monster way. No two ways about that. When we take a look at, and that's the weighting structures inside the Dow are problematic. When you're going down, they're great when you're going up. You get just Boeing alone is putting 230 negative points inside the Dow Industrials. If you didn't think Boeing had enough problems last week, the bottom line is that they got more problems because the FAA told them flat out that their wiring is not correct, and this is a monster deal, folks, because the wiring, if they have to replace all the wiring, you're talking about months, and you're talking about huge amounts of capital, and the bottom line is that it looks like good old Boeing is going to be making its way now to the 197 area. Boeing is game, folks, for 124, which is pretty amazing. But bottom line, you've broken everything. You broke the consolidation it was in. It's trouble in paradise. Gold market. What do we have with the gold market? Gold market has held up really well for a market that is just getting absolutely smoked. Because most times what ends up happening is that they would sell gold off simultaneously. So, they've done many times when we're coming down. That being said, the bottom line is that you had a low out here today of 1658. You get a high out here of 1704. You get volume behind the move. This gold market wants to go to the 1795 area. What I expect we're actually going to do, let's go over to the dollar. The way the dollar is trading, this gold market wants to go to all-time highs and probably break all-time highs. And we very well may have a large ABC structure up to about the 2,500 mark. Next move in the gold market, well, first let's do the dollar. Dollar, next move is 88. We broke the 95 with conviction. We were trading at the 95 area from approximately October of 2018 to just this past month. Okay, so long consolidation, broke it with conviction. Your next level down here is 88, and you're going to see if you go over to the euro, which is 60% of the dollar, what you're going to see out here, bottom line is that the euro is at 114. That's game now to 125. We're going to get monster moves inside of these currencies, folks. And all you have to do is go back to the interest rate structure to see what's going on. The interest rate structure, bottom line, is one of the fastest moves ever inside the bond market. Earlier in the day, we had the 2, the 5, the 10, and the 30, all under 1%. Let me see if we got it right now. Yep, you got it right now. Same deal. That's never happened in the history of the bond market, folks. That all of them are under 1%. Zeros coming out. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.